Hi everyone. Hope all of you are doing good. First of all, be at home and be safe. So, regarding the latest information about your second sessional examination, for your second sessional, 4 topics are left with regarding to this organic chemistry, that is conformation of cyclohexane and stereospecific and stereoselective reactions and heteroisomerism. First, I will complete the second sessional portion so that entire portion will be completed with respect to your second semester of your second year. So I'll try to complete this portion first, and I'll divide the entire topics, that is entire second sessional syllabus, into the topics. Okay, so that you can submit me the assignments back. So take a look at this conformation of cyclohexane. So all of you know regarding what is meant by conformation. Have you remembered or not? Conformation. What is meant by conformation? It is the change that takes place within the molecule to attain the stability. It is similar. You have learned regarding the conformation of ethane and also the N-butane, right? All of you remember staggered conformation, eclipsed conformation. What are the two projections? Newman, Sawhorst projection and all. So in the same manner, the topic is the conformation of the cyclohexane. So this cyclohexane, the important conformations, it exists in chair conformation, boat conformation, twist boat conformation and also the half chair conformation. So coming to the conformation of the cyclohexane. So the word cyclohexane, it is nothing but the hexane molecule which is in the cyclic form. But you all can get the doubt because conformation till now we have learned with respect to the open chain compounds, right? Like N-butane and also the ethane. Because of the free rotation only the conformation is possible. That's what we have learned in the previous topics. But coming to this cyclohexane, since this is the cyclic molecule, how it can exhibit the conformation phenomenon? Because see, it is saturated compound and it is not unsaturated compound. Since this is the saturated compound, this cyclohexane, it can able to exhibit the conformation, that is it can able to rotate freely. But when you are comparing between the N-butane as well as the ethane and cyclohexane, the conformation is more freely possible with respect to the ethane and also the N-butane, and it is somewhat less possible with respect to that of the cyclohexane, since this is in the form of the cyclic structure. So coming to the conformations of the cyclohexane, the first one conformation is the chair conformation. See, this is the chair conformation. So how many carbon atoms are present in the cyclohexane molecule? They are 6. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and also 6. So this is the chair conformation of the cyclohexane. Normally whenever we are talking about the cyclohexane molecule, we will be knowing about only one structure, that is saturated form of the benzene is known as cyclohexane. But normally chair conformation of the cyclohexane, it is more stable. So this cyclohexane always try to exist in the form of chair form since it is very stable. See, total 6 carbon atoms are present in the chair molecule, that is this chair structure. See here I have represented the hydrogens as in the red color and also in the blue color. So have you noticed the difference between this red and also the blue colored bonds? See, all the red color bonds, they are present either above or below the plane of the molecule in the straight manner. And coming to the blue color hydrogens, they are present on the plane, that is slightly deviated. So what is this red and blue color indicates? It is nothing but this cyclohexane molecule. See, this is one carbon. How many hydrogens are present? 2 hydrogens are present. So those 2 hydrogens I am representing in the form of red and also the blue color. So the red color bond which is present above or below the plane of the molecule, it is represented as the axial hydrogens, and the slightly deviated or bent bond is represented as the equatorial hydrogens. So what is meant by axial hydrogen and what is meant by equatorial hydrogen? Axial hydrogens means they are attached to the molecule by means of the axial bond. Now what is meant by axial bond? It is present either above or below the plane of the molecule. So this is known as the axial bond and this is known as the equatorial bond. So during this conformation of, this is the chair form, right? So when this chair form is completely undergoing ring flipping, what is meant by ring flipping? Completely at 360 or 180 degrees the molecule is getting rotated. See what is meant by rotation? This consider the example, this fifth carbon is present. If it is rotating at 180 degrees centigrade, what happens? It comes to this fourth position, and this fourth carbon, it is coming to the fifth position, just interchanging of the position. In the same manner, in the place of 1, if it is undergoing at 180 degrees rotation, this 1 will go up and 2 it will come down. So what happens? This phenomenon of rotation or phenomenon of conversion of one chair form of cyclohexane into the other chair form of the cyclohexane, it is known as the ring flipping. So what is the major change in the ring flipping? Always the axial hydrogen will getting converted into the equatorial hydrogens and equatorial hydrogens are getting converted into the axial hydrogens. So this is the main difference that takes place during the ring flipping. So this is the information about the cyclohexane chair form and also the ring flipping of chair form of the cyclohexane. Understood, right? This the basic part of cyclohexane. What it is? The chair form where two bonds are, that is 6 carbons are present and also the 2 hydrogens are attached to each carbon by means of axial bond and also the equatorial bond. Axial bond means the bond which is present above or below the plane of the molecule, and equatorial means it is present towards the equator of the molecule, that is present within the plane of the molecule. So this is with respect to the chair form of the cyclohexane. So now coming to the chair form, see all the bonds which are present in the chair form of cyclohexane, it is tetrahedral bonds. What is meant by tetrahedral? Alkanes undergo or alkanes contain the tetrahedral arrangements which is very stable. So due to this tetrahedral arrangement, what happens? The repulsion between any two hydrogens which are present on the adjacent carbon atoms, it is very low. Hence the compound is said to be more stable, as well as the van der Waals interaction is also very less. See, mainly the chair form of cyclohexane, it is considered to be more stable because it will not contain any torsional strain and it also doesn't contain any angle strain, and this chair form also do not have any van der Waals strain. So what is meant by angle strain? Since the angle is tetrahedral arrangement, that is 109 degrees 28 minutes is the bond angle, there is no angle strain in the molecule. Now what is meant by torsional strain? Torsional strain, it is mainly due to, see, this is one of the bonding hydrogen and this carbon is bonded to, see, consider the example of second and third carbons. In the second carbon 2 hydrogens are attached and in the third carbon 2 hydrogens are attached. Since these 2 hydrogens are very far from each other, there is no torsional strain in the molecule. Now what is meant by van der Waals interaction? Van der Waals interaction is nothing but the type of interaction that is present between the two non-bonding atoms or two non-bonding molecules. See, consider second is one of the carbon. This is second carbon and this is fourth carbon. They are not directly connected because, see, this second carbon is connected to third carbon and this third carbon is connected to fourth carbon, but 2 and 4 are not directly connected. So the van der Waals interaction is nothing but the interaction between the hydrogens present on the fourth carbon as well as the interaction between the hydrogens present on the second carbon. So the second and also the fourth carbon containing hydrogens are also very less. So van der Waals interaction is also not there. So this chair form is considered to be more stable. So previously in the case of ethane and also the N-butane, we have discussed regarding the stability by using Newman projection. Hope you all remember Newman projection, right? So what is meant by Newman projection? It contains one front carbon and also one rear carbon. So this is the Newman projection of the cyclohexane. See, whenever, listen carefully, very important point for the Newman projection is that consider this is the cyclohexane molecule and consider this second, third and 6 and also 5 carbon. See, 2, 3 and also 5, 6. These 4 carbons in the chair form of cyclohexane are considered to be in one plane. So let us consider, see, this is the point of standing of the observer. So observer here in this case is viewing the molecule from the left side. See, this is the second and this is the sixth carbon. So this second carbon and also the sixth carbon, it is considered as front carbon, since these two carbons are present nearer to the observer. And you can get the doubt that one is also nearer to the observer, but see, this is below the plane, so it is far from the observer, and 6 is present above the plane, so it is nearer to the observer. So consider observer is standing here and he is looking at the molecule like this. So see, this is the second carbon and this is the sixth carbon. So in the Newman projection, how you are going to represent the front carbon and the rear carbon? Front carbon is represented as the dot and the rear carbon is represented as the circle. So see here also, this is the second carbon and this is the sixth carbon. Since these two, that is the entire molecule, we are representing in the form of the Newman projection. So see, so in the Newman projection, this is the second carbon. See, this is the second carbon which is front carbon. So I have represented in the form of dot, and this is the sixth carbon and this is also the front carbon. So I have represented in the form of dot. So this is the second and also the sixth. The two are in the front carbon. So second and sixth front. Clear, right, all of you? Now see, to the front carbon, what are the bonds that are attached? How many hydrogens are attached? 2 hydrogens. See, this is the second position and this is one hydrogen and this is one hydrogen. 2 bonds, right? And next one, see, to the sixth carbon, which is the front carbon, how many hydrogens are attached? 2 hydrogens. So this is the sixth carbon, this dot I have attached 2 hydrogens. So clear, right, till here? 2 front carbons, that is 2 and 6, and 2 hydrogens are attached to each of the front carbon. Now coming to the rear carbon. So now what is the rear carbon here? See, this is second and this is sixth. Observer is viewing from here. So these are represented as the front carbon. So automatically what is meant by rear carbon? The carbon which is present beside the front carbon is known as the rear carbon. See here, this third carbon and also the fifth carbon, these are present beside the front carbon. Hence third and also the fifth carbons are represented as the rear carbon. So how you are going to represent the rear carbon in the Newman projection? In the form of the circle. See, this second is the front carbon and rear carbon third, you are representing in the form of circle. Here also 6, this is the front carbon and rear carbon, that is 5, it is represented in the form of the circle. Now see, this is the rear carbon, right, 3. How many hydrogens are attached to this? 2. See, this is one hydrogen and this is one hydrogen. So 2 hydrogens are attached. In the same manner, see, this is the fifth carbon, which is the rear carbon. So here also 2 hydrogens are attached, right? So see, this is one hydrogen and this is other hydrogen. So till now clear, right? 2 front carbons, 2 hydrogens are attached. 2 rear carbons and 2 hydrogens are attached. So what are the other bonds that are attached to this front carbon as well as the rear carbon? See, this is the front carbon, that is 2. Apart from 2 hydrogens, see, this is the front carbon. See, this is the front carbon. See, these two are these 2 hydrogens and This third, this is the rare carbon. See this is the rare carbon which is attached to the front carbon. Okay. So now this front carbon, it is again attached to this 1. See position 1. What it is? CH2 group. See this position 1, it is represented as this structure, that is 1. See this is the front carbon and this is the CH2. Now this CH2, it is again attached to other front carbon, that is 6. See here, it is other front carbon, that is 6. In the same manner, see this is the rare carbon. See this is 3. This is the rare carbon and this is the position 4. This is again CH2 group which is present below the plane. Now CH2 group which is attached to rare carbon, right? 5. See it is again attached to 5. So this is the Newman projection representation of cyclohexane. Understood? Cyclohexane, this is the chair conformation which is a staggered conformation, that is all bonds are present very far from each other. There is no angle strain, there is no van der Waals interaction and there is no torsional strain. So whenever you are taking the molecule of cyclohexane, it always exists in the form of the chair conformation, or it try to exist in the form of chair conformation. Now this is the chair conformation of the cyclohexane. So in order to represent, or in order to know how this van der Waals interaction, angle strain, torsional strains are absent in the molecule, we are representing the molecule in the form of the Newman projection. Now what is meant by Newman projection? It contains both front carbon and also the rare carbon. What are the front carbons here? 2nd and 6. What are the rare carbons here? 3 and 5. So this front carbon, it is attached to 2 hydrogens as well as 1 CH2 group. So this CH2 group is present above the plane. And next one, rare carbons are attached to other CH2 group which is present below the plane. So this is the Newman projection representation of the chair form of the cyclohexane. Forget about this arrow marks, because in the next conformation I will explain why we have represented this arrow mark. So till now clear, right? So just have a look at this. The important conformations of cyclohexane are chair port, twist port and also the half chair conformation. So coming to chair conformation, the point is it is a most stable conformation. Why it is more stable, or why it is more stable conformation? There is no angle strain. Why there is no angle strain? Because all the bond angles are tetrahedral arrangement, or they are arranged tetrahedrally. And next one is there is no torsional strain. So why there is no torsional strain in this conformation? Because all the CH bonds on adjacent carbons are in staggered position. What is meant by staggered position? They are present very far from each other. And next one is the no steric interaction between the non-bonding atoms. So I said, right, what is meant by non-bonding atoms? This second and also the fourth, these are known as non-bonding atoms because they are not connected directly. So since they are present far from each other, steric interaction is also not there. Because of all these factors, chair conformation is said to be maximum stable and it has minimum energy. Because since the energy is less, the compound will be more stable. So this is with respect to the chair conformation of the cyclohexane. Next one is the boat conformation of cyclohexane. See, this is the second conformation because the molecule, the cyclohexane, it has various conformations. In that, the first one is the chair conformation and second one is the boat conformation. So here in the boat conformation, conformation means the change that is taking place within the structure, or the atoms which are present in the structure, they are able to rotate. So because of the different shapes we are getting. See, this is the other conformation of the cyclohexane which is in the form of boat. So this is known as the boat conformation, and it also contains the 6 carbons of cyclohexane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and also the 6. See here at 1 and also the 4, because see in the chair conformation these hydrogens are present very far from each other. The adjacent carbons which are attached to the hydrogens, or the hydrogens which are attached to the carbons, they are present very far from each other. So there is no torsional strain in the molecule. But in the boat conformation, see here the hydrogens are present very close to each other actually when compared to the chair conformation, as well as the hydrogens which are present at first and also the fourth carbons, they are present very close to each other. See here one hydrogen is present and here one hydrogen is present. So these hydrogens, they are known as flagpole hydrogens. So these flagpole hydrogens, since they are very nearer to each other, so there is some van der Waals forces or van der Waal interaction that is present between these flagpole hydrogens. Hence this boat conformation is said to be less stable when compared to that of the chair conformation. So see, this is the Newman projection of the boat conformation. Everything is same. But what happened here? See, in the chair conformation, one is present above the plane and this one is present below the plane. Arrow marks, have you remembered? See here, these arrow marks are present, right? This is one arrow mark and this is one arrow mark. It is nothing but if this chair conformation, see if the molecule, if you are going to twist the molecule or revolve the molecule in the direction of these arrow marks, what happens? This bond, this CH2, which is at fourth position, it will come adjacent to that of this first carbon, as well as all these bonds, that is this third will come to second, and this hydrogen will come here, and this hydrogen will go here. So see, that is nothing but the Newman representation. See, after twisting, this 4 is present adjacent to this 1. Now what is this 1 and 4? These are nothing but the hydrogens which are attached to 1 and 4 are very close to each other. Now understood why this distance is less in the Newman projection? You can get it easily. See, in the Newman projection, what happens? Since this is the hydrogen which is attached to the rear carbon and this is the hydrogen which is attached to the front carbon, they are present very close to each other. Similarly here also, front and rear carbon hydrogens are present very close to each other. And so since these hydrogens are present very close to each other, there is angle strain, torsional strain is present. And see, non-bonding atoms, these 4 and also 1, these are known as the non-bonding atoms, and the hydrogens which are attached to these non-bonding atoms, they are very close, so they are known as the flagpole hydrogens, and van der Waal interaction is present because of this less distance between these hydrogens. So what happens in the boat conformation? There is angle strain is present, torsional strain is present, and van der Waal strain is present. So boat conformation, it is said to be more unstable when compared to that of the chair conformation. See, in the boat conformation, there is no angle strain. Sorry, angle strain means the bond angle here is bond angle is 108 degrees. See, this is typographical error. Sorry, note it, 108 degrees 28 minutes. So since all the bond angles are 108 degrees 28 minutes, angle strain is not there. Before I said angle strain is present, but sorry, angle strain is absent, but torsional strain is present. So what is meant by torsional strain? See, C2, C3 and C5, C6. See, this is C2 and this is C3 carbons. This is C5 and this is C6 carbons. So the hydrogens which are attached to C2 and C3 are very close. C5 and also the C6, it is also very close. So these are in eclipsed conformation. What is meant by eclipsed conformation? The hydrogens are present very close to each other, and hence here torsional strain is present, whereas in the chair form the torsional strain is absent. In the same manner, see C1 and C4. You have remembered, right? This is C1 and also the C4. The hydrogens are present very close to each other. What is the type of force that exists here? Van der Waals force. So van der Waals force is present here. So the distance between, see, this is first and also the fourth carbon, and hydrogens are present here and here. So the distance between these two hydrogens is, it is 1.83 angstroms. So what is meant by this 1.83 angstroms? It is less than the van der Waals interaction, 2.29 angstroms. See, if you are taking any compound and if the distance between the two atoms is 2.29 angstroms, then this van der Waals forces will exist. Since the distance between these two hydrogens it is just 1.83, so van der Waals forces can easily exist between 1 and 4. So between these two hydrogens it is torsional strain, and between these two flag pole hydrogens it is van der Waals strain. Because of the presence of these two kinds of strains, the boat conformation is said to be very unstable when compared to that of the chair conformation. See, hence boat conformation is less stable than chair conformation. What is the energy difference here? 28.8 kilojoules per mole. So this is about the boat conformation. So this is the boat form or boat structure of cyclohexane, and this is the representation of the boat structure of cyclohexane in the form of the Newman projection, which is in eclipsed conformation. So till now we have learned regarding the two conformations. What are they? Chair conformation and also the boat conformation. And next one is the twist boat conformation. So see, this is the twist boat conformation. So for your easy understanding, I have kept this boat conformation and twist boat conformation side by side. See, this is the boat conformation and this is the twist boat conformation. So see, at 1 and 4, what are these two hydrogens? In boat conformation we call it as flagpole hydrogens. So how this twist boat is formed from the boat conformation? Think that you are holding the molecule at first position and you are holding the other point at the fourth position with your both the hands, and just rotate the molecule at first and fourth position on the direction of the arrow mark. So the whatever structure that you are going to get after the rotation at first and fourth position, the structure is known as the twist boat conformation. So think, in the boat conformation, the distance between the flagpole hydrogens, whether they are more or less, it is less. So in the twist boat conformation, since you are withdrawing the HA and HB, two flagpole hydrogens in the opposite directions, the distance it is increasing. So what about van der Waals forces, whether they will be present or absent? They will be absent, because since in the twist boat the two flagpole or two hydrogens which are attached to first and fourth positions are very far from each other, van der Waals forces are absent or they will be very minimum. In the same manner, see here the hydrogens which is attached at 6th and also the 3rd carbons, that is HC and also the HD. So they are also present very far from each other. So torsional strain is also very minimum in the twist boat conformation. So this is the information about the twist boat. See, in the twist boat conformation, flagpole hydrogens will move apart, right? See, since these flagpole hydrogens are moving apart, the distance is getting increased. Van der Waals strain between flagpole hydrogens is minimum. See, since flagpole hydrogens are moving apart, the van der Waals interaction is very minimum. Torsional strain between the hydrogens of C2 and C3, C5 and C6 is reduced. See, this is C2, C3, C5 and C6. So the interaction between these hydrogens is also reduced in the twist boat conformation. Thus, twist boat conformation is more stable than the boat conformation by about 5.4 kilojoules per mole, but it is less stable than chair conformation by about 23.4 kilojoules per mole. So now what is the order? First is the chair conformation, next is the twist boat conformation. About stability I am talking. First is the chair form is more stable. Next, till now the twist boat will be more stable. Next, boat conformation is stable. That is, boat conformation is very unstable. Okay. So in the twist boat conformation, all of you have understood, right? These flagpole hydrogens are moving apart, so van der Waals forces are very less, and these 5 and 6 carbons and second and third carbons, whatever hydrogens are attached, the torsional strain it is very minimum. Hence, coming to the stability, this twist boat conformation, it is considered to be more stable than that of boat conformation, but it is less stable than chair conformation, and the last one is the half chair conformation. So excuse me, this conformation, it has both angle strain and also the torsional strain. So half chair conformation, just remember the structure. This is the structure of the half chair conformation. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 this cyclohexane, and this type of conformation, it is less stable than chair form and represents a transition state. So this is also, it is less stable than that of the chair form by 46 kilojoules per mole. So almost this state doesn't exist because we are representing this as a transition state. Transition state means very for a very less time only this form of conformation is available. Mostly the cyclohexane, if you are taking and keeping it in the bottle, 100% or 98% of the molecules, they are exhibiting or they are existing in the form of the chair form. Very few forms only the other three conformations are possible, that is boat, twist boat and also the half chair. In that also half chair will be very less time, because it is like the transition state which is available for very less time. So this is with respect to the half chair conformation. So this is all the topic on conformation of the cyclohexane. So what is the use of conformation? To attain the molecule, to attain the stability, the molecule is undergoing different types of rotation, and in which rotation or in which structure it is more stable, the molecule will try to be in that structure only. So if you are taking the cyclohexane, since it is more stable in the chair conformation, so the molecule, the chair structure is more stable. So what are the different conformations of the cyclohexane? Chair form, boat form, twist boat and also the half chair. So in the chair form, there is no angle strain, there is no van der Waals strain and there is no torsional strain. And coming to the boat form, it is in the eclipsed conformation, and there is, see, in the boat form, the flagpole hydrogens are present, so van der Waals interaction is present and torsional strain is present, but angle strain is absent, and this is the eclipsed conformation. And coming to the twist boat conformation, what happens? The flagpole hydrogens are moving apart, so van der Waals interaction is minimum, and here torsional strain, it is also minimum. And coming to the half chair conformation, this is the half chair conformation, and it is representing in the form of the transition state. So this is the end. So I am uploading this material on the WhatsApp group. So all of you please have a look at it, and anyone have any doubts, you can contact me through the WhatsApp, since my number is present in the group. And very soon I will upload the videos of the other two topics also. So after the completion of the two topics, once you can have a glance on the entire second sessional or second mid-exam syllabus, and then I'll upload the questions, because on 27th I think so you have the organic chemistry assignment that I need to give to you, and by the next day, that is 28th evening, all of you have to submit to me the assignments. Because of this COVID-19 crisis and all, we need to give the assignments and you have to report the same, because there is no sessional exams for you. In the place of sessional exams only, we are conducting these assignments. Hope all of you must do well in the assignments also. So in this topic, anyone have the doubt, you can contact me. Okay, thank you.